Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Lorna Titley. I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar. We've partnered here at Quaynote with MYS, and we're delighted to welcome them and the rest of our panelists and everybody out there to the session today. As you know, we will be looking at beautiful Croatia as a yachting destination. So the panel and presentations will last for an hour. And then at the end, you have an option for an additional half-hour question and discussion session afterwards, which we really hope that you'll stay for. In the meantime, please do post any questions that you may have for our panel in our Q&A box, please, not the chat facility, because they may get lost there. So put any questions you have during the presentations and panel in the Q&A facility. I'm now going to introduce Maja Ban of MYS Yachting, our partners for today's webinar, as I've said, and she will be moderating today's session. Her biography and the full biographies for all our panelists today can be found at our website, www.quaynote.com. So without further ado from me, over to you, Maja. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lorna, for your lovely introduction. Hello, everybody. I cannot say how pleased I am to be here today and with our panelists bring you Croatia as a yacht destination a little bit more. It's going to be, I hope, a very informative an hour of presentations. I will go one by one of our panelists who will be joining us and give you their topics, as you could see in programming. Thank you very much for your interest, and thank you very much for finding time in your, I'm sure, busy schedules. So if we could, again, not to take too much of my time, of your time and our panelists' time, we will start with our first topic: what makes Croatia attractive as a yachting destination. I would invite now Ms. Ellie Gajinov from CNET to join us and start her presentation. Ellie, audience is yours.
Hi, Maja, thank you, and good afternoon, good morning to everyone. I would like to first thank you for taking the time to be with us today. And as Maja said, my name is Ellie, and I will be leading you into the magical story about Croatia. For 1 second, let me share my screen. So once upon a time, around the 7th century, behind the high mountains and deep valleys, Croatia settled on the border of Central and Southeast Europe, neighboring Slovenia, Hungary, Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, and Italy on a maritime border. It is divided in 5 regions: Slavonia and Danube, Croatian uplands, Istria and Kvarner, Croatia proper, and Dalmatia. It is a land of total 11 nature parks, 8 national parks, 2 national reserves, and 10 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, covering only one aspect of Croatian beauty and richness. One of the safest and smallest in Europe, it is a 127th country in the world with a little under a 4 million population. It has 7 international airports: Osijek, Zagreb, Pula, Rijeka, Zadar, Split, and Dubrovnik. Its history and culture are rich, but so is the architectural and gastronomical palette. With its continental and warm Mediterranean climate and over 2,700 of sunshine annually, Croatia has nearly 300 wine regions with a strict classification system for quality checks. But most of all, crown of Croatia, it is the long and beautiful Adriatic coastline that is jeweled up with 1,246 islands, islets, rocks, and reefs, out of which only 47 are inhabited. What makes them unique is not their number, it's the fact that they shape numbers of small, large coves, beaches, caves, and cliffs. And those places of unspoiled beauty are intertwined with the charming coastal towns, the rich history and natural wonders. Out of 8 national Croatian parks, 5 of them are located on the coastline. Out of 3 are typical marine parks, which are Brajuni, Kornati, and Mljet. 1 is mountainous, Paklenica, and 1 is marine fluvial, which is a national park, Krka. The coastline divides into Istria, Kvarner, North Dalmatia, Central Dalmatia, and South Dalmatia, and each one of them stands out with something that is special for its area. It brings me to my list of Adriatic gems, and personally, this was the hardest for me because there's so much to do, see, and explore, and what I would recommend. But here is just a little direction of what maybe to explore on your visit here. Istria has been declared as the world's best olive oil region for past 6 years. It's also famous for truffles, white wines, liquors, and a special boshkarin meat that is raised there. Kvarner has gained popularity over 100 years ago with health and luxurious tourism that has only blossomed since then. And the beaches are sandy, which is very convenient for family with kids. North Dalmatia is one of the biggest and largest, most famous historic region with the first Croatian capital, Nin. And for everyone knowing Alfred Hitchcock, he once said that Zadar has the most beautiful sunset in the world. Central Dalmatia is surely the most famous and visited region in Croatia, but there are still some places undiscovered for you to explore. It is also keeping the secrets of ancient Roman and Greek presence back in a history. South Dalmatia, that is a home, a pearl of Adriatic, our town Dubrovnik. It is a sailor's paradise, and it is a tremendous gastronomical area dedicating plenty of attention to their vineyards, oyster farms, and preserving traditional recipes. To spice things up, I'm bringing you some of the fun facts about Croatia that maybe you knew or you didn't. But what I found very interesting is that from such a small land, there are so many innovators, amazing sportsmen, and a lot of interesting things for you to explore while there. With my personal experience, being a chief stewardess, being local, and someone who is passionate about traveling, exploring, meeting new cultures, tasting new food, discovering in general our lovely planet, I definitely see Croatia on top of anyone's list for a magical, relaxed, and versatile holiday. And being on a yacht, it gives you an extra advantage to explore every corner of the beautiful coastline that offers entertaining for every guest while still being one of the less expensive charter destinations. So personally, I say Croatia by the sea is just a must adventure for anyone, and I hope that we will have you as a guest. Thank you for your attention. It was lovely being present.
Thank you very much, Ellie, for opening this webinar today and presenting us Croatia in this lovely way. Now we're going to move to the next panelist, Captain Matteo Malfatti. If you could please join us and let us, as experienced captain on charter and private yachts around Croatia, what would you say about Croatia to our audience today? Thank you.
Thank you, Maja, and thank you, Ellie, for your introduction about Croatia. So my name is Matteo. I'm a super yacht captain, and I happen to have some information to share about Croatia, which is one of my favorite destinations. So if we consider operating within the standard summer season, say between May and September, the weather in Croatia is pretty much settled all along. in the first part of the season, from May throughout the whole month of July. We do have some local and thermal winds, which blow a bit stronger in August. And there might be some depression, which affects September a little bit. But in general, the main thing is that there is never a meteorological condition in Croatia that would put stop to a trip, which makes it very interesting as a destination for a yacht. Talking about weather, the weather forecast is in general very, very much reliable in Croatia. But more important, we have really countless possibilities to find shelter. As Ellie was mentioning, there's lots of islands offering shelter for any kind of weather condition. So these numerous islands also contribute in keeping cruising very varied and very interesting all the time. And as well, of course, offering this protection against the elements when we need it. I would say that in general, putting together an itinerary or a good itinerary for a cruise is an acquired skill that comes with experience. But in Croatia, the possibilities of creating those itineraries are countless. And also very important, depending on your guests' preference, there's always a possibility to adapt the itinerary a little bit, and the possibility to reach your next destination with a short or long cruise. So there's really a lot there to create a good itinerary. There is as well a good network of ports and marinas. A lot of public docks, which surprisingly enough allow even medium to big size yachts to enter. And let's say in general, it's very easy to find the right balance between the time spent on the way, the time spent at anchor, and the time spent on the dock. So it's very versatile in terms of creating an itinerary. And as far as the nature and environment goes, we would be in an amazing environment. Croatia features extremely blue waters, which are very deep, mostly everywhere. And as Ellie was mentioning, it is a nature park, one after the other, either on the islands or in the mainland. They're all well kept, all clean, all protected, and this makes it a very, very interesting feature of Croatia as a destination.
Matthew, I'm just going to say very quickly, do you want me to put your slides up?
It's not really necessary, Lorna. I think we're doing well. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, no
Thanks.
problem. I'll let you carry on. Excuse me.
Okay, no problem. So as I was saying, we have the opportunity of keeping our cruising very, very interesting. A lot of islands, a lot of nature parks, extremely blue waters, wonderful nature, and we can squeeze in a little bit of adventure if we want, for instance, squeezing between narrow passages or working our way upriver into the mainland. There's a lot of possibilities there. Also from the point of view of entertaining guests, which is another aspect that we need to consider when running a yacht in any area. Croatia is a very successful land-based tourism destination, so it's able to offer really many interesting activities for our guests. So ranging from sports, water sports, to sightseeing, to gastronomy. I could name many of them: windsurfing, kite surfing, diving, skydiving, off-road biking or motorbiking, exploring by scooter, hiking, visiting historical sites and cities, and discovering a very, very interesting Mediterranean gastronomy and wineries all around the country, which is very, very impressive. Then from the point of view of a captain who has to set up his operation in the area, obviously the most important thing to consider are the logistics. The logistics are a key factor, and in Croatia there's a very good capability of organizing your logistics. There's good shore-based services, including technical services, including supplies. It's an easy destination for instance, drop shipment of spare parts from all over the world. There's very, very good airport connections for commercial and of course for private flights. The provisions are very, very good and have been steadily increasing in quality over the years, which is impressive. And also there are amazing agents which are ready to make our life easier. So basically, agents are very important because for first-timers especially, their backup is essential because they will provide you with the correct information, saving you lots of time. And they will guide you through how Croatia works, basically. And there's a few things that really come handy, like, for instance, knowing the local regulations, the rules about immigrations and customs, and in general, I would say the local knowledge, which is what they provide. After a few runs with them, let's say it becomes a very solid collaboration, which is always efficient and very successful. So my conclusion is that Croatia is very easy from an operational point of view. It is a beautiful destination, and my guests have always been delighted about this. So that's all I have to share with you about Croatia. I hope you find it interesting. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Captain Mateo. It was a great pleasure to listen from the professional like yourself about Croatia from the captain's point of view. I will catch you for that one line that Croatia has a great provisioning, because we're moving to our next topic, which is exactly about that. And now when we are in Croatia, let's see what we can eat, drink, and enjoy when on board. And for that, we will invite Mr. Stipe Vaturina from ASAP provisioning company in Split. So Mr. Stipe, if you can prepare your presentation and join us.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Maja. Just a second. Do you all see presentation right now?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Okay. Just a second, because it went a little bit down. Like Captain already said, we have very nice and good provisions, and they get better every year. And I wanted to welcome you all and thank you for being with us. My name is Stipe, and I'm owner of the ASAP Adriatic Yacht Company, Yacht Provision Company, and I will spoke a little bit about provisions and food and wine in Croatia. So let's start. Provision companies in Croatia are getting better every year and offer their clients a wide range of provision from all over Europe and all over the world, of course. If order is made on time and with personal assistance, it is possible to deliver whatever the client wants from any part of the world. Of course, individual approach to each client and quality communication is very important. All orders are, of course, delivered in refrigerated vans and wherever the client wants. And for urgent orders, we can also deliver them by speedboat to any location in the Adriatic Sea. We believe that we can respond to any request from the client in order to provide him with the most carefree vacation as possible. So, social networks are playing a big role in today's people's lives. So they are also playing a big role in positioning Croatia on the world gastronomic scene. This was, of course, helped by celebrities who, enjoying Croatia, promoted Croatia as a gastronomic destination. Croatia is already recognized for its gastronomic excellence, offering unforgettable gastronomic experience for all food lovers. Croatia ranks 4th place in undiscovered gastronomic destination in the world list by Chef's Pencil competition, which gives us an incentive to be even better and to further improve the gastronomic scene, of course. So at the moment in Croatia, there is 10 restaurants awarded with a Michelin star, and we hope that this number will increase in the future, of course. And the restaurants that have Michelin star at the moment are Nebo Rijeka, Alfred Keller in Mali Lošinj, Alja Mići in Rovinj, Pellegrini Šibenik, 360 degrees Dubrovnik, Monte Rovinj, which is the first one star in the Croatia, Noel in Zagreb, Draga di Lovrana in Lovran, Boškinac in Novalja, and LD Terrace in Korčula. So, in Croatia, We have a lot of high quality products with the designation of origin certificate, but today we will mention only some of them as we do not have time to talk about all of them. So, this is the cheese from Island Park. The Island Park has a long tradition of cheese making and agriculture, and it is the most indented island in the Adriatic, which provides perfect condition for making cheese. So, cheese from Island Park is an exceptional handcrafted product. The cheese, the artisans use sheep milk from sheep raised exclusively on the island. And it is precisely the diet of these animals that makes this cheese exceptional. With the strong wind, the vegetation of the island becomes loaded with salt, which is then ingested by the sheep, and that is why cheese from Island Park has so unique taste. Also, Park cheese was awarded as best sheep cheese in the world by World Cheese Awards, which is interesting fact. So, Drniš prosciutto. Drniš prosciutto is a smoked and dried ham produced in the region since the 14th century. It is scientifically proven that the sub-Mediterranean microclimate conditions around the Drniš make this type of ham different from any other similar product. The types used in the production of prosciutto must be premium quality, sourced locally only, and weigh more than 11 kilograms. The prepared meat is salted, pressed, cold smoked, and dried for a minimum of 12 months. It is dried in the wind, and the balance between the cold and dry Bura wind and the warmer Jugo wind is essential for it to develop characteristic aromas and flavors. So, the king of Croatian sausages, or Slavonian kulen, is a rich red smoked pork sausage prepared in Slavonia and neighborhood Baranja, using only the finest cuts of the pig. The sausage is quite lean, moist, and slightly piquant from the paprika and garlic, which are used to flavor it. Traditionally, the home reared pig only contained enough premium meat to make just one kulen. So, one pig, one kulen. So, that is real treat. Also, we already mentioned the olive oils in before presentation of Eli. So, olive oils are premium quality, exceptional quality, and they are awarded for their quality and taste year after year. The island of Pag is home to the oldest olive tree in the world, more than 1,600 years old, and ancient Greeks and Romans were delighted with the quality of the Croatian olive oils. Interesting fact is that in the statute of the city of Split in 1312, it is stipulated that at least 6 olives must be planted on each planted vineyard. So we have a very, very rich history of production of olive oils in Croatia. So let's go next on the Black Istrian diamonds, or truffled, also mentioned by Eli. So, although truffles are almost exclusively associated with Italy and France, the Istrian dense oak forest and humid gray soil provide ideal growing conditions for black truffles in the hills and the most valuable white truffles in the valleys. While the Istrian truffles are premium grade, they have maintained a low profile. All that changed in 1999 when a truffle hunter from Istria named Giancarlo Zigante and his dog Diana found the 1.3 kilogram white truffle. Soon after that, it was recognized by the Guinness Book of the World Records as the biggest white truffle ever found. Suddenly, that secret was out, and Istria was added to the extremely short list of places where you can unearth white truffles. So, salt from Island Pag. Salt production in Pag is 2,000 years old. The traditional production technology used by Solana Pag makes maximum use of the natural advantages of the area in which is located, the clean environment, the many days of sunshine, and the favorable winds, so that the purity of Pag salt places it among the highest quality salts in the world. Sea flour or flor de sal is the highest quality salt. As seawater vaporizes in shallow salt pools, it creates the first drop of salt, that is collected manually, and it is called salt floor. Croatia is increasingly recognized in the wine world as a country of exceptional good and character for wines. As far as indigenous varieties are concerned, Croatia is ranked 8th in the world, and 2/3 of the varieties are located in Dalmatia. With our 4 climate zone, we are able to produce almost all types of wines, from light sparkling wines, perfectly drinkable white, powerful corpulent reds, to predicates of all categories. Some international varieties have proven to be very successful with us, such as Traminac or Syrah. And we are proudest of the fact that in the research of the University of Davis in San Francisco, it has proven that the world variety Zinfandel is essentially an old Croatian variety known as Crljenak Kastelan or Tribidrag, which is the official name of the same. Traditional Mediterranean cuisine used in our region daily goes with our wines, so enjoying them is an unforgettable gastronomic experience. Also interesting facts that on 2021 Decanter World Wine Awards, Croatian wines won 3 platinum and 8 gold medals. And also interesting fact is that Iločki Traminac wine was served at the coronation of the Queen Elizabeth. So I hope that this short time you got a small insight into Croatian gastronomy, and I want to thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stipe. It was a pleasure to listen to your presentation as well. And like you said, we hope we open more Croatia as a gastro destination to our audience. Now, when we came to Croatia, we ate and drank. Let's see what we can do before and after charters or during the charters in Croatia on the shore side when it comes to hotels. In a world of luxury hotels in Croatia, we will have a presentation done by Mrs. Ina Rodin. Miss Ina, if you can please join us, prepare your presentation, because Ina will let us know what your guests, our guests, can expect when it comes to luxury hotels before and after or during their stay in Croatia.
Thank you, Maja. Hi, everyone. I'm really honored to be one of the panelists and promote beautiful Croatia with other great experts. The only challenging part that I'm speaking after Stipe, because now I'm ready to grab a bite and I miss my Croatia even more. Anyways, so far we can agree that Croatia is a perfect Mediterranean getaway, thanks to the beautiful coastline dotted with over 1,000 islands, unspoiled nature, rich history, cultural heritage, and of course, great food and wine offerings. The only puzzle missing in this attractive description is high quality lodging. Well, the good news for discerning travelers seeking luxury is an upward trend in Croatia's high-end hotel and villa supply. One of the main reasons for reinventing Croatian hotel and villa offerings in the past few years lies in the gradual change of feeder markets. We've seen a significant increase in tourist flow from the US, Canada, and other lucrative long-haul markets. Therefore, as of 2022, Croatia offers 49 5-star hotels and 345 4-star hotels. Majority of 5-star hotels are in Dubrovnik, Neretva County, and majority of 4-star hotels are in Split, Dalmatia County. It's interesting that not all of them are considered a luxury because there are no standards for luxury hotels such as stars. It's about providing a luxury experience in terms of uniqueness and quality of accommodation, personalized service, exceptional amenities, and other things. And most high-end hotels in Croatia that succeed in delivering the consistency of product and service excellence and the true luxury and memorable experience are boutique properties. And another interesting fact is that they are often affiliated with either relais and chateau, small luxury hotels, or leading hotels of the world. And in my experience, they're often booked as a pre or post-sailing trip experience. Today, the hotels I chose to present, and I can assure you, it wasn't easy to narrow down 10 properties that stand out with impeccable service, extraordinary location, whether it's a beach, city, or a remote countryside location, outstanding wellness and spa facilities, exceptional gastronomy, spectacular accommodations, environmentally friendly policies, and support of local community and economy, which makes like a big difference today. And another important fact, my partners and my clients from North America happily return to these hotels again and again. There is no specific order. I chose to present hotels from south to northwest of Croatia, and I only selected the hotels that are located in Istria, Kvarner, and Dalmatia, so close to the coastline. I'll start with Villa Dubrovnik, that is a 56-room hotel. And it's an excellent example of a property that has put so much time into developing detailed standards, practices, and training that help them grow into the lucrative markets and reach a reputation of excellence. They're a proud member of the leading hotels of the world, Virtuoso, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, just to mention a few. And of course, the unique location at the entrance to Dubrovnik Old Town and overlooking the Adriatic Sea adds value to the unforgettable location. So there will be only slides with pictures because I think picture speaks louder than words. And I think that they will make you more, actually, they will help you decide where to travel and help you make your decision to travel to Croatia as soon as possible. The second property I chose is also in Dubrovnik Riviera. It's called Lopud 1483. It's a restored Franciscan monastery from the 15th century on the island of Lopud, and it's featuring 5 suites and available to rent exclusively for private stay and events. And it's the place where history, art, botanical exploration, refined interior design, and exquisite farm-to-table food experience unite the senses. Then Villa Corte Caterina and Winery in Orebić on the peninsula of Pelješac. To be honest, one of my favorite properties just because of their exquisite red wine. It has 8 luxury suites. It's member of Relais Chateau, and it's desirable destination for people who love fine wines, gourmet food, and spectacular scenery. Then Lešić Dimitri Palace on the Korčula Island in the heart of Korčula town, another member of Relais and Chateau. And it has a Michelin star restaurant and quite famous. The Boutique Hotel has 5 unique and spacious suites: Venice, Arabia, Ceylon, China, and India. And the higher-end restaurant that I already mentioned with a signature chef, Marko Gajski, and a beautiful spa. The hotel and the restaurant were designed by an Asian Croatian team of architects and interior designers, and they were inspired by Korčula's famous resident, Marco Polo, and his travels along the Silk Road, which people say started from this beautiful island. Then we move forward further north to the island of Hvar, to Maslina Resort, quite new property. And as they like to call it, mindful luxury in the heart of the Mediterranean, which I totally agree with. It's one of the recent greenfield projects that gave me hope and raised the bar for future hotel openings in Croatia. And so did the Maslina owner's message, who said, "Come and live a meaningful experience that will broaden your horizon and open your mind." So true. It's situated in the stunning Maslinica Bay in Stari Grad, so not in Hvar town, It's also a relais and chateau property, and it has 50 sea view rooms and suites and 3 villas with a private garden and pool. And of course, a fine dining restaurant that is operated by French Michelin star chef. And well-being takes center stage at the Pharomatic Spa. Actually, the whole experience in hotel is like being in the spa. Then beautiful Split and the Fermai Heritage Hotel that is located in a century-old building. It has 31 nicely pointed rooms and 4 spacious suites. It offers an authentic experience of Split, Dalmatian food and wines, and the Mediterranean lifestyle. And the hotel is just a few steps away from the Diocletian's Palace that is actually one of our 10 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Croatia. And not far from famous sea promenade that locals call Riva. Then another beautiful coastal city, Zadar, and the beautiful property Almayer Art and Heritage Hotel that features 16 deluxe double rooms, an exquisite court restaurant with a lush Mediterranean secret garden, and an art gallery. It's in the heart of Zadar, and it's the best place to stay near historic old town landmarks such as the Roman Forum, Zadar city walls protected by UNESCO, Cathedral of Saint Anastasia, enchanting Adriatic seafront promenade, and of course, famous pretty new architectural installations, sea organ, and greetings with the sun. And then another beautiful island, Mali Lachine, and the boutique hotel Alhambra, charming Bayside hotel that is a member of Small Luxury Hotels, 51 spacious rooms. And of course, there is a place for foodies within the property, a fine dining restaurant managed by Alfred Keller that is awarded 1 Michelin star, I believe in 2021. Then there is a memorable spa experience that awaits for you at Alhambra Cube Spa, and it's designed to restore balance and harmony between the mind and body. Otherwise, besides this beautiful property, Lachine Island is famous for actually spending kind of like having a spa stay, because the island is rich with alpine trees, and it helps people who suffer from respiratory diseases. Then we go further north, and in Opatia Riviera, there is a beautiful Icador luxury boutique hotel and spa, who was today featured in the Virtuoso edition of social media posts. And they were actually listed among the best of best hotels in the world. It's a proud member of the leading hotels of the world and Virtuoso, as I just mentioned. And the hotel will offer you an unforgettable luxury experience. It has 16 elegantly designed rooms and suites overlooking the endless blue Quaynote Bay Sea. And here you can treat your taste buds to carefully picked local produce, especially scampi, which Quaynote is famous for, and the finest wines at the Nobilian restaurant. And of course, you can unwind at the Ikalia Spa, where you can enjoy signature Ikalia treatments featuring Ika's sound therapy, amber, gold, and spring waters. And the last but not the least luxury property in Croatia is San Cancian Village and Hotel in Istria. It's an authentic luxury village and hotel with 24 rooms and suites, situated in medieval village in the heart of Istria. Interior design is deeply rooted and inspired by indigenous ways of building with modern solutions and immaculately blended in a medieval exterior setting. It offers a unique culinary experience enriched with exquisite olive oils that Steve and Ali already mentioned, wines, and spa services. It's a perfect place for a romantic getaway, honeymoon, and a small-sized wedding. And San Cantian is a member of small luxury hotels. A few new gems have opened this year, but I gave the advantage to those who have already been in operations for more than 1 year. And another fact worth mentioning is a rise in the number of luxury villas in Croatia in response to the high demand that significantly increased during the pandemic. Thank you for your attention, and I hope to see you in Croatia. If you have any questions, please use this chat section in this webinar, or you can always email me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ina, very, very much for this detailed presentation and bringing us hotel industry closer. Bringing hotel industry closer to everyone. Now we're going to move after land to more of the seaside properties again in a marina form. So I would like to invite Mr. Borak Bajkan from Doguš Group to join us and let us know what Croatia has to offer, where we are when it comes to marinas, and what we can expect or we should be expecting in the future. So Mr. Bajkan, if you can please turn on your video and come to us.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Maja.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, I want to thank you, the organizers, and giving for organizing this webinar and giving me a chance to talk about the marinas in Croatia. As we all know, yachting is booming. It is living kind of golden years, and as a result, what we see, the demand in boats is also increasing. As we all know, there is huge waiting lists in the shipyards. It is hard to find proper second-hand yachts. And of course, this has very positive effects in marinas as a business. Where we are in Croatia in terms of marinas, let me first give a couple of numbers. At the moment in Croatia, there are 56 marinas, and these 56 marinas are hosting around 20,000 boats. This number is kind of actually shocking to many in the industry, because just for an example, only in France we see marinas are hosting 200,000 boats. Yes, this low number seems like an obstacle, but also it is kind of an opportunity which brings actually an amazing upside to Croatia in terms of development of marinas. Why? Because while people started to prefer to spend time on the boats or spend more time on the boats, they tend to really look for new destinations, experience new destinations. And actually, Croatia's success in yachting will very much be related how Croatia will answer to this coming new demand. At this moment, the market is mainly working for the regular size of boats. Most of the boat owners, they are from Southeastern Europe, mostly from the countries which can reach to Croatia by car. The marinas, among these 56 marinas, 22 of them are owned by ACI, state-owned marinas group. Actually, here I would say ACI doing also a very strategical issue, which is many of those marinas are also on the islands. The marinas in general are very well connected to each other, and like in Croatia in general, one of the most important aspects, they are safe. They are safe in terms of natural circumstances, or you know, what we now look for in our world is security. As Croatia, the marinas of Croatia are also safe. Then what we look in terms of infrastructure, the marinas in Croatia are very well structured. They are protected in regular sizes. You know, you can find proper services, proper utilities, and they are very reachable. Croatians are definitely you know, kind of sailor nation. The people who are in the marinas assisting you, they are professional, and they really happy and proud to help serve for the boat owners. Another very specific thing with Croatia is that, as it was mentioned, Croatia is hosting Europe's biggest charter fleet at the moment. This gives also another opportunity for people to really like to discover this, like, I would not say anymore undiscovered, but you know, being discovered gem, because even if not with your own boats, Croatia has many alternatives with different boat sizes and styles to experience the region with a charter boat. Of course, here I have to mention, as I know there are also some representatives from megayacht specific businesses. This I would say the area that Croatia has to improve, and already being you know, improved. The moorings infrastructure related with megayachts is constantly improving. However, it is still needs a couple of more years, more experience maybe, to be ready for the region to host bigger yachts during summer and all year around. Of course, another thing, you know, which was mentioned by my friend, my colleague captain, and other panelists, you know, this region is, needless to say, is a marvelous cruising destination, because when we also see in the marinas, I think it is very, very valuable for any boat owner. When they leave the marina, they have plenty of places to visit, and at the end, they have many places to anchor, to stay overnight without coming back to marina for days, weeks. This makes this destination even more and more popular. More boats are coming, and I would say marina investments in terms of quality and in terms of quantity shall follow these needs. Among all of these positive aspects, you know, I would maybe say I think the priority for Croatia's development in yachting is very similar, actually, the requirements related with overall tourism needs. Yes, Croatia needs much more facility, entertainment, especially on the luxury side. And I think when Croatia will catch also this level, Croatia will be a stronger, not only yachting destination, but also a tourism destination. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bajkan. This was nice to hear. Thank you very much for your input and advices. We couldn't agree more. And we're moving now to our next topic and panelist. Mr. Teo Petricevic, could you please join us, prepare your presentation and lead us into the world of refit centers, shipyards and technical support, what captains, owners can expect from Croatia in terms of wintering and a quick fix during the summer times that we all know it happens.
First of all, good afternoon to all of us, to the panelists, to the guests. Thanks to Alison, Lauren, and Maja, you for organizing all of this. And I hope so we will provide all of us the good information to all of the people. So after we finish with the food and drink, hotels and marinas, now it's a time to fix something. So my part of the job is to present the capabilities or abilities of the technical part in Croatia. So from the refit side or the new building side, I would say from the start that Croatia is much more popular on the refit side of the market. So increasing in popularity as a nautical tourism, and the charter destination in Croatian coastline is one of the most indented in the Mediterranean. Today, the islands of Croatia are teeming with the stars and celebrities in the summer months on day mega yachts. Lesser known are the super yacht refit and repair facilities in the country, which definitely exist alongside of the coasts. In this moment, we have 4, let's say, big shipyards which can perform various service work on yachts from 30 to 130 meters. There are also a dozen of service centers for yachts up to 45 meters. So actually mentioning these dozen of service centers, I mean on all of the marinas, because the most of them, the land marinas, all of them are capable with some kind of the travel lift. So their focus is mostly on yachts up to 25 to 30 meters. So the Croatian part of the market in recent years is approximately 2%. So looking through the figures, we can conclude it's not too big, but we have as well to confirm that Croatia is relatively new on this map. Last 10 years, we are growing rapidly, starting from the tourism side to the nautical, and the last niche which is developing is the technical side. It's a refit part. So looking through the graphs which I took from the various sources, from the ICOMIA, from the Superyacht refit group, from the Superyacht news social medias, I think we are just on the spot where we have to be. You know, after Italy, France, Greece, Spain, Turkey, then Croatia is on the 6th position. Looking through the last 6 years, we can see the development from the number of boats which are staying in Croatia. So adding to the Burak comments, the development of marina is something which is going alongside of the development of the technical side. As well, it's vice versa. So if we can perform, or if we can offer technical services, then the marina will be full. On the other side, we have a new building market, which is not something which Croatians say that, okay, yes, we can compare with Italy or France or Holland or Germany, but definitely there is some new building yachts which have been finished in Croatia, and most of them are up to 60 meters. So let's say that is, I think, as far as I know, it's on the charter market: Motor Yacht Katina, Motor Yacht Avangard 2, Motor Yacht Joy Me, Motor Yacht Mariposa, Sailing Yacht Helia, and Sailing Yacht Nordel. All of them are very specific individual projects with some kind of story in the background. So far, we do not have any serial production of the new building yachts. But on the other side, Croatia is very well known for their shipbuilding history. So we have provided steel house and aluminium superstructure for Various projects around Mediterranean, mostly for Italian yacht builders. As well, Olivia O. Yachts, hull and superstructure has been built in Croatia and towed to Ulstein verified in Norway. Market cross-section. In this part, I would briefly describe the sum of the points which I put here. So definitely the facilities and services existing in Croatia, and we are capable to perform the various services on yachts. Best yacht size for our market, I would say it's in a range between 40 and 70 meters. Quite often the people ask me, what is your advantage or disadvantage comparing East and West Med? And I can easily say, they are servicing the boats, we are servicing the boats. So there is no something specific that we know and they doesn't know, or vice versa. Actually, no, we are trying to find our spot on the market. We are relatively new, and maybe we are giving the more effort to bring the clients in Croatia. So I think that is the maybe the only way, apart from the price. The price are still competitive in Croatia, comparing with Italy and France. The another point is related with the developing of market, which we can see from each of the panelists. The Croatia is developing in every segment, starting from the nautical, from the marinas, from the shipyards, from the hotels. So I'm pretty optimistic about future. As well, there is last couple of years there is always talking about the sustainable way of the shipyards. As well, there is the development in that terms in terms of the installation of the solar panels, of the development of the certain technology in a shipyard. So definitely we will have a chance to present the sustainable way in the near future. Definitely we are interesting destination. Definitely we have to attract more yachts to refit and winter in Croatia. And as far as I can confirm, we have enough service providers. The products are quality, and the business practice are on the proper way. Dividing the refit market in a three different, let's say, niche or segments. We can divide in a tech interior and the repainting market. I would say the advantage of Croatia is definitely in a tech and interior refits in the range of the vessels between 40 and 70 meters. And the thing which we have to push hard in the future is definitely full painting jobs, full painting facilities for the projects of 50 meter plus. What we have to do to make Croatia a recognizable winter destination. In this moment, we can say that the summer is definitely here. We have more than enough yachts during the summertime, but from some reason, they are sailing outside of the Croatia when the summer is finishing. We need definitely more regular flying connections during the winter time. We need a larger network of the subcontractors. We definitely need a facility improvements, closed shed, bigger lifting capacity for the painting projects, new marinas, and we need opening of the new branch offices by international groups. But as well, the most important is to believe in yourself. So from my side, last 17 years, we are pushing hard to Croatia to be recognizable on the Mediterranean market. My conclusion can go in the direction that Croatia is definitely ready for the serious refit projects. We have a high standard in the quality of the service, good quality versus price ratio, professionalism, and the willingness to go the extra mile is really the key to our success. Reliable timing, available engineering expert for MTU, Caterpillar, Wärtsilä, ZF, Naiad, Westmar, familiarity of international companies such as the ABB, Rolls-Royce, Metrica, Kongsberg, Marriott, Tilse, Boning with our country and with our shipyards. Available tradesman skills, companies ready for further investments, and very well-known international groups opening the new business premises in Croatia. I hope so all of you are familiar that the Lursen is investing in Croatia last couple of years a lot. So from the technical point of view, I'm not pretty sure how many the technical persons are on this webinar, but I will just show the couple of different photos. On the left side, on the left-hand side is the oil laboratory. On the right-hand side is the testing facility for the engines up to 4,500 horsepower. So actually we can perform the overhauling on the engines for the yachts up to 130 meters. So actually we are trained on the same position in the same training center as our colleagues in Italy, France, Spain, US, and the other destination. So just the short recap of the couple of photos which have been performed last couple of years. The installation of the ballast water system on the 65-meter yacht, and the photo which we did it recently, I think it was the month ago, where we can see on the photo, it's 10 yachts in the range of 30 to 92 meters. I think that is the definite sign that Croatia can do the wintertime refits. On the end, thank you for your attention. And if you have any kind of the questions relating with the technical issues, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theo, for another useful and insightful presentation. It's nice to hear these positive, excuse me, facts, and to hear that there is a lot to be done in years to come, hopefully in a sustainable way. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do my video, but for some reason I have some technical issues today and I cannot show my face, but I will use the moment now to bring up the last presentation of today. Lorna, sorry, do we have time?
Well, I'm just going to say, Maja, I suggest you keep it very short, maybe 3 minutes or so, if you're able to, and then we can share the slides with everyone else later on. And, you know, maybe you can pass on your email address so people can contact you individually, because we are running a little bit short on time and we've got some very interesting questions here that we'd like to get through. So I don't know if it's possible for you to condense it down to about three minutes or so.
I always like challenges. This will going to be one of the bigger ones, but let's see what we can do. So I will say at the end, actually, welcome to Croatia, because we're coming a little bit now back to the beginning before you come to Croatia, which I hope you will do after all these lovely presentations that our panelists provided today. And I will try to inform you about actually what you need to do before you come to Croatia. The main information that you should know is that we are open for yachts of any sizes and pretty much any type. So everybody is welcome, private or commercial yachts. The only little disadvantage we have for the boats that are in length overall below 24 meters of the foreign flag, because I mean non-EU flag, because at the moment they cannot come to Croatia and perform charter businesses. In Croatia in general, you're not obliged to use an agent, but as Captain Matteo also pointed out, they do come handy, especially for motor yachts of 45 meter plus, because they do need to be monitored through CIMIS, Croatian Integrated Maritime Information System, and therefore agent will be required. As we are not part of a Schengen zone yet, captains are obliged to come to clear into Croatia at the first entry port and do the same process on their way out when they're departing Croatia. Coming to Croatia, there will be done passport control, purchase of vignette, and pay sojourn tax, depending on if you're private or commercial. yacht, you will have a different options. You can see all that in my slides later on. I'll try to skip and be as fast as I can. Also, when you're coming to Croatia, captain will have to provide a certain arrival documents, nothing too complicated, nothing out of the standard. For commercial vessels, the same thing. Regarding private yachts, 2017 was a big change of rules in Croatia. Since then, all the private yachts can exchange as many guests during their stay in Croatia as they wish. The only thing is, if the owner is not on board, there will have to be a power of attorney for the guests with their time that they're going to spend in Croatia, identification numbers and names, so they can prove that the charter is not in place, but actually they're invited by the captain. In Croatia, port and anchorages, pilotage is compulsory for yachts of 1,000 gross tonnage and up, so you want to be aware of that. That can maybe limit, let's say, cruising around in a speedy way that sometimes our clients wish. Watercrafts are allowed, even though the jet skis are a little bit of a gray zone regarding the licenses. Diving as well as fishing can be done through also purchasing of permits. Fuel at the moment, duty-free fuel in Croatia is available for commercial yachts above 45 meters and plus. Passport and visa regulations, we are part of the EU, but not Schengen zone, as I said before. So we can do, EU citizens can travel on EU ID cards. Outside of EU will need passport. Same thing with the crew. If they require shore pass, they can be issued at the arrival to Croatia. However, keep in mind that transit visa that be required for this kind of crew leaving Croatia. Nowadays, it's only issued in special cases, so you want to make sure that your crew does have valid either Croatia or Schengen visa coming to Croatia. When it comes to chartering in Croatia, as I mentioned, we are open to all besides yachts below 24 meters. Even the pleasure vessels can do the charter in Croatia if they do possess a certificate of compliance to trade as a commercial yacht. Please know that yacht may switch from commercial to pleasure and vice versa once in one calendar year. Also, owners of those yachts will have to pay have to have charter contract and pay VAT. So ultimate beneficial owners will also have to charter their vessels in Croatia. UK from now on and Channel Islands are no longer considered EU flags, so they will need to get charter license. Charter business setup basically comes to three things. The yacht needs to be listed into eCrew, which is official system for issuing crew and guest lists at the beginning of each charter. Non-EU flagged yachts will have to get a charter license. Yacht owners will have to open VAT and PIN numbers in Croatia. The process is very straightforward, simple and fast if you have reliable partners on spot, and it can take really 24 or 48 hours sometimes. We've been asked before about one-stop shop possibilities since last year, but please keep in mind that is only for the charters that are done to individuals. So as you know, most of you charter your boats to companies, and in that case, one-stop shop won't be possible. When it comes to VAT payment, I will point out actually only one case that VAT is not paid, and that's when the charter starts in another EU country and comes to Croatia. Only in that case, VAT is not paid in Croatia. Only in that case, eCrew doesn't have to be set up and a VAT number open, but if the yacht is non-EU flagged, charter license will have to be purchased. VAT rate is a standard 13%, and it has to be paid in Croatian currency till probably next year, when we, happily or not, are enjoying or join Euro market. So to conclude, we are safe destination for all type of vessels. please try to do your work before you come so you don't run into problems if you choose not to use agents. Otherwise, you are free to come, enjoy pristine nature, safe environment, and we hope to see you soon in Croatia. I passed the 3-minute mark, Lorna. I'm sorry, but I hope it was worth it.
I think you did very well, Maja, and I think you've got the speed talking record there as well. You whizzed through a lot of material in record time, so that's great. Thank you very much for that. Now we've got some time left now for questions, and we've got quite a few questions there. Maja, can you see the questions in the Q&A box, or do you want me to handle these?
No, I can see that definitely. If you would like me to, I'll go by one as they were coming in. So the first question would be the crew passport stamping situation in Croatia. If I may say, because this is my area of expertise, I will answer to that question. This is something that we've been asked many times in the past years. Back to that situation, we are not Schengen. So we were never doing this stamping onto the boat, because when you come to Croatia, you will be stamped and you will be treated as you are out of Schengen zone. So your time in Croatia at the moment, it still means that you are outside of the Schengen zone. We hear that this year, Greece, Italy, even France stopped doing that, which is understandable because those are Schengen countries, and that means time is spent in Schengen zone. But luckily in Croatia, you're still safe for this year, at least.
Maja, I just want to interject there, just because not everyone who will be watching this as a recording will have seen the question. So the actual question was asking about crew passport stamping situation in Croatia, and it was from James Van Brecht. So thank you for the question, James. And he was just to clarify here, some countries, including Greece and Italy, are declining to stamp crew passports on yachts unless the boat is departing for a non-EU destination. How is it working in Croatia? So just to clarify that, and I think you've addressed that there, Maja. So
yes, Mr. Van Brecht, if I didn't, please let me know. You can always get in touch with me, and I'll elaborate a little bit more on that. Coming to the question, or Mrs. Kimberly Daubner, I apologize for pronouncing it wrongly. Due to the larger crowds, are you seeing problematic availability in hotels in Croatia? So, Ina, would you like to address this question, please, considering you're a hotel expert?
Of course. Kimberly, thank you for this question. This is a really great question, and you definitely sense the problem. Unfortunately, yes, in peak season, in July and August, and sometimes even in September, we do have a problem. So there is a lack of hotel rooms, especially in high-end hotels. And there's something we need to do about it. We need to have more hotels, so increase hotel supply, especially in the destinations such as Split, Hvar, and Dubrovnik that are super popular summer destinations. Thank you.
Thank you, Ina, very much. So coming to our next question, great webinar, thank you. Thank you very much. We really all hope that you did enjoy. Can any one of you please give a recommendation for a good, I'm sorry, it comes from Mrs. Fiona Williams. Can any of you please give a recommendation for a good bar cafe, not for lunch or dinner, but for drinks and maybe little snacks in Milna for afternoon early? Is for a family with a couple of young children, so no rave spots, but somewhere atmospheric or with a lovely view. Could I invite here Ellie, Captain, and even Stipe as a local insiders to maybe help answer this? Is there something that we can recommend for the guests of Mrs. Williams? Any of you? In Milna, I would assume Brač. Was that on Island Brač? But let's say it's Island Brač. So any of you would like to or know to answer this?
Hi, Maja. I would like to say thank you, Miss Fiona, for the question. Milna, for the people who don't know, has a very lovely deep bay, and the town is surrounded. So all the way around the waterfront, there are a lot of bars and restaurants. that could fit your interest. Maybe I would recommend Fjaka, that is on the top of the waterfront, so you have a nice view in the afternoon with the sunset of the whole town. And they also have food, snacks, and are friendly with the kids. Otherwise, it will be a restaurant a little bit outside of the town, even though it's there. I think it's called Bago. They have a very nice terrace looking at the seafront. That would be my recommendation. Thank you.
Yes, Bago, the fish restaurant. Thank you very much, Ellie, for that. I hope we answered the question. Again, you can always contact us directly. Anonymous at this, so we don't know who is this question from. There is a rumor that Croatia is running out of fuel for mega yachts in the last week or so. Is there any truth in that? Unfortunately, we do witness always rumors during the summer vacations or summer seasons. Not to my knowledge as a yacht agent. I'm not sure. Teo, Mr. Burak, from the technical side, do you have anything that you heard? Our suppliers did not bring anything to our attention. I mean, considering the whole fuel situation in the world, it's challenging, but so far all good. Am I wrong?
I haven't seen, I haven't heard, you know, maybe Captain can also answer, but, you know, in the marinas last week, I was in Zadar, I was seeing the megayachts were fueling up with, you know, organized trucks without any problem.
So far, there is no any problem. We are regularly bunkering inside of the shipyard, so we do not see this as a true. So if this is really true, that means that in Montenegro, the fuel is not existing because all of the fuel is coming from Croatia.
That is correct. Thank you for,
so,
No,
well,
also from my side, I can confirm that this is just a rumor. Many of my colleagues have been refueling the past days, so no problem at all.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for this positive feedback. I really appreciate it. We're coming to Mr. Dino Lončarić. Hello, everyone. I would like to ask what you suggest will be the best way of someone like me, naval architect with 25 years experience, to enter yacht and super yacht market in Croatia. I have good connections with Croatian marine industry and think that I can help with the technical yacht management and planned maintenance organization, spare parts and equipment procurement. I have contacted a few yacht management companies on their website invitation for such kind of cooperation and offer my help in this geographical area, but didn't get any answer. Teo, considering again you're coming from the technical side, could you maybe give some advice to Mr. Dino? We know that everybody always is lacking a good quality workers, so maybe you can have some positive feedback again for Mr. Lončarić.
I think it's be patient, nothing else. You know, just to try and that's it. You know, okay, I can understand it. He's naval architect. There is a problem with the new building shipyards last couple of years in Croatia, so probably he's suffering to find the job in his niche. But you know, I think it will come. It will come. As soon as the international companies start to opening their offices or branches in Croatia, it will be the positions for the Mr. Dino.
Thank you very much. If I can just add to that, Mr. Lončarić, as also Teo mentioned in his presentation, Lursen is opening, or better to say, already opened their center in Rijeka. They're working on a big project there for the Center of Excellency. So maybe that would be a good place to go and knock on the doors. But by all means, we wish you all the best. And we come to the last but not least question, coming from Sam Flowers. What is the percentage of American tourism for charters versus the local and European tourism? Well, is there anyone who would like to answer this question? Because at this point, I don't think we do have any statistics that we can say that maybe Ina, considering your experience, do we have something in statistics, but we definitely can say that Americans always loved Croatia and increasingly coming from all our businesses experiences, and especially you from America. Can you tell us maybe?
That's correct, Maya, but we unfortunately do not have that kind of stat. The only stat we have is a total number of Americans that visit Croatia. And compared with other feeder markets, especially the European markets that are our major feeder markets, we have around 3% of total inflow from the States compared to other feeder markets. So it's not a lot, but I dislike to share this kind of stats because it's just the number of tourists and their overnights in Croatia, which I don't think is that important. I think it's important, you know, like how long they stay, how much they spend in Croatia. So that's how I see, you know, like what markets are significant for our tourism development and for our country. And definitely, if we take that kind of information into consideration, then we can easily put American market among top 5 to 7 markets in Croatia.
Thank you very much, Ina. If I can also add, just from our experiences and everybody else, I'm thinking, reading, there are more and more direct flights from America. Obviously, the last couple of years of pandemic cannot be something that we can hold on, but definitely it's increasing. I'm sure that some of the audience who are charter brokers from there could tell us also about that. But yes, we definitely see the increase and interest from American market. So
excellent. Well, look, thank you, Maya. I think we've whizzed through the questions there at record speed as well, but there was a lot of interest there and a very diverse range of questions. So if it's okay with you, I think I'd like to wrap up now. I do actually see that we have one other question in the chat box,
sure,
which probably warrants a separate discussion, and it's from Walter Urs, and he's asking how can he support us to push Croatian yachting further. And I just want to take this opportunity to say actually that Quaynote with MYS and indeed some of our people here on the panel, we are looking at ways of pushing the Croatian yachting market as a destination in the future, and we have got various plans up our sleeve, so perhaps this warrants a more extensive discussion. So certainly, Walter, if you don't mind sharing your contact details with us, maybe you can send them through to me, Lorna at quaynote.ca, or Maya or my colleague Alison here, and we can certainly follow up with you and share your details with the rest of the panel here, so that we can look into that in more detail.
yes.
But certainly I would like to thank Maya and our distinguished panel here for what has been a really interesting webinar. Thank you out there, everybody, for tuning in and for your great questions. Please bear with us, everybody, while we obtain permission from our panelists here for this recording to go out. We hope to get that out to you by Monday week, so that's not the start of next week, but the week after. So we'll be notifying you of that as soon as it's available. And let us know if you've got any suggestions for other conferences, webinars, other topics that you would like us to cover. Quaynote's next event will actually be in Monaco on the 29th of September. It's an owner's guide to managing your super yacht. So if you are interested in attending that as a speaker, sponsor, delegate, then please do get in touch with us. We'd be delighted to hear from you. And finally, thank you very much. Hope to see you all in Croatia soon, maybe, and we hope we've whetted your appetite for what's in store for you. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Lorna. Thank you once again, all our great professional panelists, everybody who came today and took time to present. And as Lorna said, hopefully next time we see you live in Croatia and be your host in Croatia next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a lovely day.
Everybody. Thank you.